Nail pointillism is an art derived from a concept and technique originally known as hammered nail art, invented by British artist David Foster in 2010. It has now found its way to Ondo State, southwest Nigeria, where a young artist has taken this style and is running with it. Then a female artist makes a case for those who have been affected by war. All this and more on this week's edition. I'll give you details in a moment, so join us again.
Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets.
Ngozi Schommers becomes the voice for the voiceless as she takes on tropical issues like the fallout of the violence in northeast Nigeria and touches on the crisis in Syria that has made the victims journey to faraway land where they may not always be welcomed.
We are not welcome here. I chose that title because at some point in life I feel like you or I have felt at some point in life not welcome in some place or in the way we are being treated.
From that explanation, one gets a sense of what Ngozi Schommers, who is a Nigerian based in Germany, is exploring in a solo exhibition titled We Are Not Welcome Here at Raleigh Gallery in Lagos. Portrait paintings give the theme the more intimate touch as it shows the many faces of those whose lives were taken away from them after guns and bombs ravaged the place they once called home. Ngozi recalls her feelings when the news of the kidnap of over 200 girls from a secondary school in Chibok, Borno State hit the airwaves. Being a mother herself, she was lost for words, but the artist in her found expression in a medium which speaks much louder.
The installation has to do with the Chibok girls and refugees in general. When I started the work, it was at the time they were kidnapped. I didn't know anything I didn't hear anything, like zero. I was in Germany, nobody said anything till I think about 3 weeks into the kidnapping that it made its way into the international news. And when I saw it, I was really furious. How could something like this happen and nobody's talking about it? Where do you begin to trace someone that's been missing for over 3 weeks or something like that? I didn't know how it was seen in Nigeria. And sometimes you just say, hear or see propaganda, so it was also difficult to sieve between the actual truth and the propaganda going on around it. So when I started working on that piece, I decided not to put them together but to scatter them all around, because I feel those people are scattered. They've been through a whole lot, sexual molestation and all that.
And this also flows to other works where she connects with emotions and experiences from her immediate environment to pass a message and question the issues of movement, which is the fallout of war.
Through this travel forth and back, I now see also Lagos and people I see around me well. I'm a better observer now. So, and I've had these people that live by the sea where I live for like forever, and I've never really observed them or or talk to them or see how they live. So when I came back, I decided to look at them, observe them closely, get to know them, and in some cases they actually make their way into my canvas.
What about the migrants from Syria? Could something have been done to prevent this? Why do many people end up at the bottom of the sea just to seek greener pastures? Now that we are here, what next?
When I started this project or team, it was at the time that I moved to Germany. So when I moved, it opened my eyes more in the way I see things. It was at the time of refugee crisis. Well, who am I to say that was the time of, because it's a constant repetition of things. We are constantly in refugee crisis in Europe. And in doing this work, I've traveled a lot. So at that time, it opened my eyes more to see things, to see people, or the so-called migrants and refugees, the way other people see them.
A graduate of Yaba College of Technology in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, Ngozi has always believed in setting our art apart with a unique style.
I would like the beholder to find a way to give back, or find a way to get themselves more involved, or observe more what goes on around them. My subjects are not just migrants or refugees, are also domestic violence and people that are being discriminated, or child abuse, but you don't see them because they're domestic abuses that people don't really, once it's not happening in your own four walls, you don't really take closer look to it. So I think we shouldn't always wait for the powers that be to fix things around us. When you feel like you can make a difference, you should also take it upon you to do that.
Artists are usually known to be withdrawn when in the moment of expression, and Ngozi Schommers has shown why. It's to take time out to reflect on the ills of the society and let the canvas become the voice.
And that's why people go places where they are celebrated. But when there's chaos, the situation is escape first, then think of the consequences later. And that's why she's using her art to preach peace. This next artist is daring to be different, working on a new technique that sees him collecting a lot of nails. I'll tell you what he uses them for when we return.
A veteran Nigerian poet whose works have been translated into several languages. He was born in Bayelsa State, South Nigeria, and had his early education at the Government College Umuahia in Abia State.